Hi, it's Pam with Pam's Paw Patrol. Good to see everyone here. Boy, I'm just on a roll. I think this is the third night in a row I've gotten on here and talked. Okay, we're going to try to do about a 15-minute live, and hopefully you guys will catch on and we can do this every night. I love it. So, okay, if you don't know who I am, I'm Pam with Pam's Paw Patrol. I'm a dog trainer. I've been training and I'm a dog educator and entertainer. I've been training dogs for 6 years, and before that, I taught school for 20 years, early elementary, and I have a degree in elementary education and early childhood education, and in well, that's it. That's my job. That's my training. And I'm a mom of 4 and a grandma of 5. And so here I am, and all I do all day long, if you've seen any of my tapes, is I have I think it's a unique program. I just kind of came up with it on my own, and I have lots of other ideas, but right now this is what I'm doing. So if you have a dog with a jumping, aggressive, broke down, any of these kind of things, okay, I come to your house and I go over everything that you need to do, what needs to happen, what's going on. You could call me right now on the phone and just tell me, or like video chat me and tell me what's going on with your dog, and I'll tell you exactly what needs to be done and how it should be fixed and what you can do. And it's because I've been doing this for 5 years. Okay, 5 years, 6 years. And before that, I did with the kids. The problem is, once I started putting my stuff online and like really putting my work out there, the criticism started. And that's when I learned about the division in our industry, in the dog training industry. And because people make comments on my videos, and these are just short 30-second clips or 5-second clips, or maybe I don't have the owners on there talking, just things like just a small little clip, which is only a little tiny part of what's going on, and they take that and they just tear you apart. But the thing that I do that's different, that people don't understand and are scared of, is I do pack training work. So after I go to your house and I talk to you about your dog, and I'm like, okay, your dog is insecure, he has no rules, boundaries, limitations, he's just all over the place. I can't really think of any positive way to fix that. Okay. I can't think of any positive reinforcement way. I just think holistically, your dog that has all these problems needs to start at foundations. And the foundations are exercise, discipline, and then affection. Okay. Exercise first, the mind, the body, exercise it all. Discipline second. Okay. That's having a job, going to work, studying. Okay. And then third is love. Okay. We do it backwards. We give our dogs all the love first. Okay. Without any rules or boundaries or limitations, which is crazy, because if you look at puppies, mamas that just have puppies, they automatically give those dogs rules, boundaries, and limitations. They can't be sucking on those tits all the time. They have a time when they can do that. They can't go squirreling off. They have to keep them in a what is it called? I can't remember, but in an area where they keep the dogs. They don't let other dogs come into the space and smell up on the dogs. No, all dogs are out of there. Okay, so they have rules for their dogs, for their puppies. They have rules for the people around their puppies. They have rules for themselves. They have boundaries. They have all these things. And then as soon as we get the puppies and bring them to our house, we literally are like, no rules, no boundaries. You can jump all over me. You can get in my face. I'll hold you all the time. And after about 3-4 weeks of that, we're like, oh, we're sick of these dogs. They're in our face. They want to be held all the time. They don't give me any space. You did that. You did that. You encouraged them to jump up on you. Mm-hmm. You did that. You held them all the time to your face. You didn't say, hey, space is respect. So when you don't teach your dog or continue to continue what the mom was teaching them, which is get space is respect. You have to wait. You have to trust that mom's the leader. Dog has to know that. And then we stop doing that. We when he jumps up on us, we just, oh, come here. When they do all this, oh, come here, come here. And then after 6 months, the dog has a really like no rules in his head, no boundaries, no limitations. It's just a free for all. And we did it. If the dogs had stayed with their pack, the pack would have kept it intact. The pack would have kept it in check. Okay. Now, a lot of people, so this whole thing is divided. The training world is divided. You got over here, you got the positive, free, force-free group. Okay. Which that's fine. I mean, because they do obedience and they do all these things, and everyone, that's great. That's great. I learn a lot from there. Okay. Then you have the rest of us, which I heard Zach George say there's 70% his way, and then there's 30% the dog daddy way. I don't know. All I know is Cesar Millan is my hero. He is the GOAT. Dog daddy is amazing. If you listen to him, he says so many of the same exact things as Caesar. And guess what? They both grew up on a farm. They both grew up in other countries and they both were around animals in a natural environment, in a really natural dog animal environment. You cannot replicate that as a dog trainer with treats. You just can't. As a matter of fact, I was listening to some of the scientific studies that they've talked about, because I'm like, I'm going to research all this, because it says if you use aversive training and the dog does something, you ask the dog to do something and they do it without giving it a treat, then later on down the line, or if you force, hey, you're going to do this, you're getting in the car, we got to go, let's go. Okay. If you force them in the car, which I would, I'm like, you're getting your ass in the car. That's it. We got shit to do. I don't have time for this. I wouldn't do it with my grandkids. I'm not doing it with my dogs. Okay. I'm not going to like hand cookies. Here's a cookie. Come up here. No, it's just too much. You're putting too much emphasis on what they can't do. You need to speed it up. Just get them in the car. Anyway, sorry, back over here. So, and then there's the other side that uses aversive methods. We force them to get in the car. We're like, when I say aversive, I mean like just anything at all that the dog doesn't want to do. Force-free people call that aversive training. So anything at all that the dog's like, I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. And I'm like, you're going to do it. We're doing it this way. They don't like that. I don't really understand if any of these people played sports or if any of them, I don't understand. Like, have they never been in a group before? Have they never seen animals in a group? In elephants, the matriarch, the ladies are at the front. Okay. They're at the front of the pack. They lead the pack. The aunts and uncles are all behind, and the kids are all behind. If one of those dogs gets randy, one of those elephants gets like acting foolish or whatever, they don't go, okay, listen, here, we're on this big walk, and listen, as soon as I see you doing something good, I'm giving you a treat. Okay, big fat elephant. Okay, yeah. The elephant went to go react because he saw a tiger. Guess what happened? No good. You don't react to other things when you're walking with a pack of dogs. You don't react when you're with the elephants. So for me to say, do not react, that's enough on a walk with dogs. That makes them feel good. Oh, someone's taking control. Someone says, I shouldn't be looking at that. It's not my business. Okay, I'll do other stuff. Think about this too. I give this explanation a lot. Do you think in the dog world, in the animal world, period, do you think that there's any animal besides humans that gives their young ones treats? No, they don't. The treat is that you're alive. The treat is water. The treat is food. The treat is sex. The treat is you have a home. Those are treats. And that's what the dogs appreciate. We just add something on for them to have to think about. Okay, so enough about that. So there's two sides. There's the force-free, positive only, and then there's the rest of us. Balanced trainers, compulsive trainers, trainers that ask the dogs to do things. pack trainers, we work with aggressive dogs, all the things. We've got bites. We are the people out there, blood, sweat, and tears. So I'm learning about some of the things about force-free training, and I honestly, truly believe there's not a dog that can't be fixed. There's not a dog that my pack and I cannot fix. And if we can't fix it, I'll find someone to fix it. But the pack, myself, enough activities, confidence building activities, all the things. Yes, we can do that. Use aversive. Tell them no. Make them do things they don't want to do. Okay. But it seems like the force-free people are like, no, we're not doing that. We'd rather euthanize them for their bad behaviors than say, hey, no, don't do that. You're punished for that. That's something you shouldn't do. And they get away with these behaviors, and they get away, or they get removed, or they get managed. They never face it head on. They never face the fear, face the insecurities, face the underlying issue. They keep talking about underlying issues. It doesn't solve their underlying issues. What you're doing definitely doesn't solve any underlying issues. A piece of candy is not going to save my underlying issue. Is not going to save a dog's underlying issues. A walk might. Being disciplined, having rules and boundaries definitely will. Candy might mask over it. Just mask over what's going on, but it'll come back. That's the behavior that will definitely come back. So let's look at some comments that I got today. Let's do that on my TikTok. Okay, here we go. So you make the dogs do something or they get, so you make the dogs do something or they get corrected. They get no reward for doing what you ask. No, they don't. Oh my God. What? It's a brand new revolution, guys. They do not get rewarded for doing what I ask them to do. I want you to sit on that for a second. Just sit on, think about that. Imagine a world where you did your homework because it felt good to do it, and you turn it in because you felt proud of yourself. There you go. That's all I'm doing. You make the dogs do something or they get corrected. Yes. You're going to get out of the car when you need to, or I'm going to say, come on, get out of the car. And then she goes on to say, so you're a compulsive trainer. I don't know what kind of trainer I am. I don't know. I don't know. As a teacher, I was a hands-on teacher. I'm hands-on teacher with dogs. Compulsive training, I looked it up because I wasn't sure what it was, means, wait, hold on, that you force the dog to do something. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna holler up. Yep, I do. When I taught school, I forced the kids to do work that they didn't want to do. Yeah, with my kids, I made them do chores, and after a couple of times of doing it, they were fine. It was fine. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. Okay, so then I don't know. I've gotten a lot of hate. And then when I tell the people, so at first when I was getting all this hate, I kind of stepped back and I thought, oh my God, Pam, because I'm such a people pleaser. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll try these things. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe I'll try that. And I started doubting myself and my ability to train. And I started doubting it. And I said, no more. This is my platform. I'm going to teach what I've seen. I'm going to teach what I've experienced. And I'm going to teach it truthfully. It's going to be truthful. It's one thing in the dog world. There's the pack code: trust, respect, loyalty. So truth is number one thing. Truth. Dogs only deal in the truth. Nature only deals in the truth. There's no sugarcoating in nature. The tornado's coming. It's ripping the house apart. Doesn't matter if you have a treat for it. Nature is nature. And you've got to deal with it like you would anything else, head on. Any problem the dog has, you deal with it head on. The people that keep pussyfooting around and like, oh, we'll try this medicine, we'll try this and try that. No, you got to face it. You got to go straight on. You can't go around it. You can't go over it. You can't go under it. You got to go through it, or you're not going to get through it. You see? And that's what a lot of positive force-free trainers say. If we can't get through it, that's bad for their brain, so avoid it. But you're still on balance. You're freaking avoiding something. It's still that feeling inside of you, that anxiety constantly of, oh my God, did I pay that bill? Did I pay that bill? It's still there. Okay. But once you get through it, oh my God, I got to learn to drive a car. I got to learn to drive a car. What am I going to do? I got to learn to drive a car. I'm so scared. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I'm just never going to get a license. No, you've got to get a license. You got to get in the car. You got to figure out how to drive and you got to do it. Are you going to have a wreck? Maybe. I don't know. I've had a few. But you didn't learn by sitting at the house. You had to get out and do it. Yes, I believe compulsive training, teaching should be definitely more of a thing. I think we should embrace it. We should do it more with our kids. I think our kids have all this anxiety because we never force them to face their fears. It's always, well, what can I do to help you? What can I do? No, figure your shit out. Okay, I know I'm getting a little wordy here and upset. Let me tell you a good story about today. Today was a beautiful day here in Oklahoma City. The flowers were blooming and the trees were blossoming and all of my dogs were amazing. Topo did so good on the lead. I only had to correct him a couple of times. It was just a great, blessed day. And all these things I'm saying, like getting upset, I'm not really upset. I want the conversation to be open. I want us to talk about stuff. I want us to learn from each other. There's so much I can learn from the positive only side. There's so many games they have. There's so many activities. There's so many different things. And I'm open-minded to learn those things. On the flip side, we have stuff to teach you guys too. Like, we all have stuff to teach. Wouldn't it be great if you could work with 4 or 5 dogs at the same time? I have that to teach you. I can show you that. Sorry. Okay, 17 minutes in. I hope this is a good video. Thanks for joining me. I need some support. So let's make a Pam's Paw Patrol army. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put the dogs first. Let's put the dogs first. All right, you guys have a great day.